Here we go with this again. Another threat to your safety, security, and significance. Another instance where someone is able to put you in a situation where you don't have a say-so. Another day away from you experiencing or even entering the road that you should be on. You have all of the prospects, the power, and potential to get there, but you don't have discipline. You have an excuse. A reason why you can't, why you haven't, why you don't, why you couldn't, why you shouldn't. But the truth is that you won't. You have done everything to avoid doing what you know damn well needs to be done. You know that all you have to do is, but you don't. And now what is happening is that it seems like you don't have the time required for the time that it is going to take. To hell with what or who you think you are, what or how you've been expecting things to go. Right now, you don't know what is going on. You don't all the way know that you're going through. You don't know what's going right, what's not. You don't know who or what is for or against you. All you know is that it feels like you're going to break. And then here comes something else. Something more, something bigger, something necessary, something important, some other reason to validate or justify why you aren't able to execute, accomplish, or complete. Something that you're using to validate and justify your complacency or an absolute lack of confidence, courage, or any consistent effort towards being effective as opposed to always just being affected. Some audacity. You expecting to be considered for the more that you keep asking for, but how are you going to compete? How are you going to meet the expectations and what is required of one who does instead of one intent on finding every way and way out not to? You're asking and demanding a hell of a lot from a universe that you won't accept, affirm, or come into agreement nor alignment with. The truth is that the law of attraction works according to action. For that something you want, something has to be done. Somebody is going to do it. But maybe it's not you. Maybe you've been lying to yourself this whole time. Trying to convince yourself of who you are, thinking that you could trick yourself into being it and maybe fool them the way that you're trying to fool you into believing that you are a victim who, if not for what they said or what they did or what hasn't gone your way, would have been all and everything that was supposed to have been the success meant for you. Matter of fact, it's their fault. They are why you are having so much trouble moving past your trauma. If it were up to you, there is no reason that you wouldn't take full advantage of the golden opportunity that you have to triumph. And they are the ones that are the reason that you are going to be the one to lose it. But if that's not the case, and none of it's true, and you are actually who you say you are, you're going to have to be the one to prove it. You have to grow up. You're responsible for your results, and there's no reason reasonable as an excuse as to why you aren't giving this your everything. And if everything doesn't work, you try something else until you figure out what does. Maturity is doing whatever it takes to figure out what will, what can, what might, what is, what ain't, what is going to take. Immaturity is always trying to figure out what was. Harping on what happened and not having the wherewithal to work your way through it. Growth and development is the process and progression that will accomplish you tapping into every aspect and avenue to acquire what it's going to take to get the job done. Immaturity is refusing to do it. Being grown is being who and whatever you have to have you. To go through, to go the distance, to go harder, to go above and beyond, to go there where you might not want to, but must because that's where you need to be. Immaturity is waiting on a guy or a girl or a guardian or a God to get you up and then be more gung-ho about you getting what you were supposed to be going for. That's what you need to see. That the same nobody that ain't coming to help is going to have a handout and one hell of a story about you, whether you do or whether you don't make it. So the moral and message in your story is that you are who is responsible for how this turns out. You have the only real opportunity to make or break you, to change or carry on the same. Either you do or you don't take it. And it is that simple. That the responsible party for how your life has gone, is going, and will go from here ain't ever going to be the something or someone outside of yourself that you want to give the power, credit, or blame. Nah, that's been you. And it will always be. So it's time to decide and do deliberately with determination and discipline despite what you haven't done and including what you did. No more discussion or unnecessary delay. The only thing that you deserve is what you can deliver. No more delusion. What discourages you is your own doubt. And that is due to dysfunction or distraction that you've decided would be a better destination than the different that you could demand if you would distance and dissociate yourself from anything that divides and denies you from the destiny that you desire. You just have to show up for the you that needs a you to do exactly what only you can do for you. But right now, you have to grow.